coming on this level is a brand new start for me, and I have to start from the bottom and work my way up. So, yeah, I think the hard work is ahead of me, and I'm willing to take on that challenge and go out and play the best I can.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Ronnie here. I hope you all are doing well, because I know that I am. Oh man, we got a first reaction video up in a while. It's been a little minute. I know. But this video is about what if the world turned to gold, the gold apocalypse. No, I'm just playing. I'm just playing, guys, man. I'm just having a little fun. But let's get into this video. Let me turn up the volume a little bit. I don't know if it's gonna be loud enough. Hope it is. You know, I'm on OBS. I ain't used it in a minute, so we're gonna just hope and pray that it turns out pretty well. Let's jump into the video, see what happened if the world turned to gold.
Here in the Kurzgesagt labs, we only work on the most important scientific problems, like what if we nuke stuff, or how about we make this elephant explode, or who
What?
could forget, look at this thing. It's really big.
That's weird.
Continuing this proud tradition, let's
we
explore
make
the
an elephant
scientific mystery
explode.
of what would happen to you if Earth suddenly turned into gold.
But why
The
would it
Midas
though?
apocalypse, based on the ancient tale of King Midas, who was cursed, so everything he touched turned into gold.
Just like a little parody.
Before we can explore this scenario with science, we'll first define the premise. Midas's curse is a very special phenomenon called magic, which allows us to modify physics. So what happens when Midas touches something and it turns to gold?
I like the graphics. Should make a cartoon for real.
An atom
like
of
this.
gold has 79 protons and 118 neutrons in its
getting
nucleus. The electric force of the protons on the electrons around them shapes the atom and gives gold its chemical properties, like that it doesn't rust and that it's kind of shiny and bendy. So, to make not gold into gold, we have to change atoms. Let's say Midas touches a duck. All the light elements like hydrogen, carbon and oxygen gain electrons and protons and neutrons to become gold. Not only is the duck suddenly 33 times more massive, it's also much too dense. The gold atoms are far closer together than they like and repel each other violently, causing the golden duck to explode with the energy of half a ton of TNT, leaving only gold dust and a very dead Midas. This is clearly not a very good way for Midas's power to work. So what if instead Midas's power uses the atoms that are already present and simply rearranges all particles in the matter he touches into gold? No matter is created or destroyed, instead atoms dissolve and the protons, neutrons and electrons are reassembled to make gold. However, gold is very dense, about 20 times denser than a duck. Without adding any matter, the gold duck would be a very awkward kind of foamy gold with lots of tiny microscopic gaps. This is funky and doesn't explode, which is progress. Now that we've established a sort of magic that works, what would happen if Midas stumbles? What if he touches Earth itself?
Oh, guys.
Let's freeze time for just a moment and rearrange all the matter in the Earth. Just like the duck, the Earth is now solid gold, but with many tiny atomic scale gaps. While these gaps weren't a huge deal for the duck, they're a big problem for the Earth. A spongy planet is not a thing that can exist, as gravity compresses Earth, squeezing it together to close up the gaps. As a result, the Earth contracts, shrinking to 2/3 of its radius.
Oh wow.
If you're standing on Earth's surface, you'll suddenly find yourself in freefall, like on a roller coaster, as the ground sinks away beneath you. But since the ground is falling too, it doesn't move away from you. It feels like someone turned off gravity, and you and everything else would begin to float. But the ride doesn't last forever. It takes only 10 minutes for everything to crash down, and a weird 10 minutes it is indeed. And then, as abruptly as it started, it stops. The collapsing Earth has reached its desired size, and gravity is suddenly turned back on for you.
10
Hopefully
minutes.
you enjoyed your minutes of floating, because the ground and you with it crash into the planet at 30,000 kilometers an hour, making your body splatter like a water balloon as it hits.
Oh, that's tough.
Basically, all of humanity gets smashed into red puddles.
Oh no.
This is only the start of our problems, though, since Earth imploded supersonically.
That's trippy.
The kinetic energy of the implosion is basically equivalent to detonating a planet made of TNT. Crushed together under incredible forces, Earth's core
I don't know how this
reaches
video
a
is helping
million
my life
degrees
right now, but it's
Celsius,
extremely
a temperature
interesting.
closer to the core of a star than anything we're used to finding on Earth. As the Earth crashes into itself, it generates an enormously powerful shock wave which plows upwards, catapulting the atmosphere up and off. The Earth's surface temperature reaches hundreds of thousands of degrees, and everything on it is instantly vaporized to a fluffy plasma cloud that starts to expand, but not by much.
Okay.
Many of the atoms that may have been new get mixed into this cloud,
Wow.
while others boil off, escaping from the atmosphere.
This is trippy.
The golden plasma outshines the sun, while the enormous radiation lifts tons of material off into space. Over the coming days, the plasma cloud cools and eventually freezes into a shiny little golden ball. Okay, maybe this type of magic doesn't work.
Yeah.
So if replacing atoms made the Earth so overdense that it exploded, and disassembling and reassembling atoms made the Earth so underdense that it imploded, there must be a sweet spot where the Earth does neither. What if Midas's power is such that an object is suddenly replaced by an object with the same volume, made from solid gold? That magic is a little bit more magic and cuts a few extra corners, but let's see where this leads us. So, Midas stumbles again. Even though our new pure gold Earth is not expanding or contracting, it's suddenly much more massive. The density of gold is 3.5 times greater than the Earth, meaning the Earth is going to get 3.5 times more massive. For starters, everyone now has to contend with surface gravity that is more than 3 times stronger. So if you're not a champion weightlifter who's used to carrying around a few times your body weight on your shoulders, you're probably going to be slammed to the ground by your own weight.
Oh, wow.
Depending on where you were when Earth turned into gold, this alone could seriously hurt or even kill you. Trees and artificial structures collapse under stress they were never meant to sustain, while birds and planes and all things that were able to fly or float splash to the ground all around you. And you're not the only thing weighed down by the greater gravity. The weight of the atmosphere and also atmospheric pressure nearly quadruples, which is a bad thing if you like living. On its own, this won't kill you. Scuba divers can comfortably breathe air at these pressures for a while, but unfortunately squeezing the atmosphere this much raises its temperature to 150 degrees Celsius, which is like the inside
This ain't no sweet spot.
the entire Earth's
What?
surface base, roasting
Talk about let's
anything
find
and
the
everything.
sweet spot, man. This
There
is
is no
just as
escape.
bad as the other two.
Gold may be a metal, but it's about 3 times weaker than steel and also very malleable, which makes it very bad mountain material.
gonna
The
melt.
tallest mountains that can be supported are now only about 2 kilometers high, so whole ranges compress as their own weight basically crushes their base. It's hard to say what happens here. We're probably in for giant earthquakes and landslides as the
Talking
planet
about
is
let's go
squeezed
to the
into a new
sweet
shape.
spot, man.
And it's not just mountain ranges. The differences between the continents and the ocean floor
This is
level out,
interesting.
causing the ocean basins to overflow, sending massive tidal waves over the Earth's surface. What remains is a planet made of gold, entirely covered by an ocean 3 kilometers deep, a super hot atmosphere, and a lot of dead people.
Yeah.
Okay, there may be a lesson to take away here, but we're not sure what it is. We did all the maths though. It's in our sources document if you want to take a look. If you learned anything in this video, let us know what it was. So, as you might know, the things we sell in our shop are the reason we're able to publish videos
Oh,
for free.
God.
But
You're
it's
not-
way more than
you're not
that.
finna
folks.
sell it to
Here's a
me.
short story and
let's-
a making of.
What you talking about?
A while ago, we posted this image on social media just to post something
Trying to
nice
sell
looking.
me some.
Immediately, a lot of people were quite upset about it because it was wrong, and you guys take what we put out that seriously. So we deleted it and contacted experts to make something new and better. We spent hundreds of hours on research and illustration and created this new
Probably lying.
extensive map of evolution.
Oh
A
God.
new visualization of the relationships between living things that didn't exist before. And while this was obviously a lot of work and stress, it sort of exemplifies why working on this channel is so satisfying. Because you people care, and this makes us work harder and learn things we didn't know before. So, thank you for supporting our crazy ideas and our sometimes crazy merch. Because of you, we can continue to release our videos for free for everyone and drop hundreds of hours into new concepts. We are super grateful for that. You can check out the new Evolution poster, among many other.
Alright, so I guess they finna try to continue to sell stuff. But I'm not buying. But guys, that's the video. That was kind of interesting, right? Like, I found that pretty interesting. You know, it was on trending, so I was like, why not? You know? Gold Earth. Pure gold Earth. Interesting. I was captivated. Tell me what you guys think in the comments below. Guys, I'm Ronnie Winner, and I'm out. I hope you enjoyed this video. Share the video with your friends, your family. No, just share the video, guys. Leave a like and comment. All right. Also, check me out on Instagram. I did a post. I only got 2 likes. 2 likes. Come on, guys. We could do better than that. Come on now. All right. I'm done, though.